Good morning, brothers, sisters, and friends. Welcome to our monthly Mindfulness Day. Today is Saturday, September the 13th, the year 2025. And first of all, I would like to welcome you all to our Mindfulness Day. And I hope that you enjoy your day. How was your meditation this morning? Good? So this morning we have finished one of our sessions, that is a sitting meditation and a walking meditation. When you do walking meditation, you don't have to think how long does it take and where am I going to go to. Just enjoy every single step you make. Because every step you take is already arrived. When you want to go somewhere, your first step is already arrived. Even the destination is not yet, but you know that you are one step arrival to your destination. More than 20 years ago, one of the poems that I present to Master Nhất Hạnh, and my first sentence said that every single step I make, I already home. Mỗi bước chân đi, mỗi bước về. Every step you make, you're already home. Where is your home? The present moment. And when you pay attention fully, you will relax without any attracting. Your step is very stable. And if sometimes you almost fall, and in that moment you're thinking something else. So if you take this and you next time when you have a chance to walk, you can pay attention to that. During your walk, you walk very mindfully, very peacefully. But sometimes you almost fall out. That means in the moment you are thinking something else. So don't worry about how long and where. When you're in the session like this, you know that the monks already take care about that. Today you are here just to enjoy, not to worry about food, not to worry about what to do. If it's time to do something, there will be a schedule. Just bring yourself and enjoy your day. And sometimes we need to do this in life. Just enjoy your day, but relax. At least you give yourself few hours to relax without worry. Even the worry is very simple. When it's finished, when I'm going to eat, etc. Sometimes your worry is nothing, major. Nothing hurt anyone or anything. But sometimes we need to let go of that kind of simple worry first. And then we slowly will become something, become a good habit. That less worry for things not need to be worried. So it doesn't mean we do not worry. But sometimes there are things not need to be worried. Then why we worry? For example, when you are here today, you don't have to worry what I'm going to eat. One thing you know for sure will be good food in vegetarian. So when you are feeling that we are off the track of the practice, we are aware about that. Mindfulness helps us just realize that one of the way is to give us an official schedule. What time you wake up, what time you do meditation, and when you go to the temple, when you listen to the Dharma talk. You need that at first, because right now we know that we are not that stable, and we need, the guidelines, and we need to follow. So the schedule will become something very strong to help us. When I was a novice, about this age, I was in the temple by myself with one senior monk. I don't have any brothers to stay with me together when I practice. So every summer, I have my own schedule. What time I will wake up, what time I will do cleaning, what time I will do chanting. I follow that. And you know that when you finish your day with your schedule, you follow your schedule, very happy. I made it. Sometimes we say, oh, I'm okay, I can manage my own schedule. Yes, but sometimes we can't. So when we know that we're unable to, then we cannot let it go like that. And later on we become the habit, careless, and not into the practice. This is not about religion, it's about things in the future. When you into a work, a job, and you don't have any planning, any schedule, then how can you make things become positive as you want, especially when we are young? So that's why from 20 to 30 years old, that is 10 years. 10 years for us to catch up everything we need to. So once you meet to the age of 30, you have 20 years to do your job. Your 10 years repair. So when you're 25, 26, you still have something not yet done, you still collapse, you still out of track, it's okay. But make sure we take all of that as a lecture. And then at the age of 30, this is according to Asian, we used to teach our children, when you meet the age of 30, it's time to become a real adult. You build up your family, you build up yourself, and you have 20 years to prepare for your mid-age, 50. So when you meet 50, what is that age? It's not about your talent, your wisdom anymore. It's about your experience, your merits, your deeds that you gained in the past 20 years. So to be with the Sangha is one of the practice. What is Sangha? Sangha means a community. Without a Sangha, without a community, we are unable to practice on the right track. For example, if you live by yourself, especially a monk, we are not support young monk to live outside the Sangha alone because they easily collapse in their practice. For example, this morning, if you come to the Sangha like this, we all sit on the floor, you sit on the floor. We practice sitting meditation for 45 minutes, even you paying, you sleepy, but you have to sit there for 45 minutes because everybody is sitting and there's no way you lying down and sleep. You cannot do snoring meditation here. It's only sitting meditation, so the Sangha embrace you. So that's why when we step into the temple, the first sentence we always have been reminded. If the tiger leave the forest and go to the city by himself, the tiger will be grabbed by people. A monk cannot leave the community, the Sangha. They cannot success in the practice. So if we feel that our practice is not strong now, take refuge in your Sangha. Come back to your Sangha as much as you can. I have a lady downstairs lately in the past few days. She's very stressful about her son's death. Even that happened for a year already, but she still so much suffer. Every time she think of him, she cry and she suffer. One day she called me, she said, Thầy, do you have somewhere for me to go Do you have something for me to do? If I'm stay home like this, I will get crazy soon. So I told her, why don't you come to the temple? Bring yourself to the community. They eat, you eat. They chant, you chant. They do some work at the temple, you follow them. And I can see her smile yesterday. Now she talked, she smiled, and she shared. And we know that the power of the community is very important. We have the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. The Sangha is the community that practices. And that will bring us the energy of the community. In Ulambana Sutra, the story said that Mahamulagana, he wants to help her mother. He wants to use his superpower to save his mother, but he unable to. The Buddha said, oh, by yourself you cannot do it. You need to go to see the community, the Sangha, and ask the Sangha to help. And what does that mean? That means the power of the Sangha able to give us lot of advice. So if I see something with me, only two eyes. With many people, we have many eyes. We can see things more clearly. So for the first question today, one of our sisters, she needs to go back to the track of the practice. And my advice is, come with the Sangha. Make your own schedule. But that's good. We are aware what's happening to us. We do have mindfulness. We do have awareness. That's why we know what happened to us. Even that is not positive. Everything happened. We recognize it exactly as they are. No expectation. If I am suffer, we need to know that I suffer. I am suffer. We need to realize that in order to find the right medication for our disease, our sickness. If we headache, we know we headache, so we can find Tylenol. If we have stomach ache, we know I have stomach ache. We know what's wrong with the body. The same as we know what's wrong with the mind. Before I step out here, I was a video call with a nun that I knew for a few years ago. Now she has a very serious sickness in ICU. She may not recover. So this coming Tuesday, she will go back home and get ready for her last day. But she wished to talk with me. She shared that with some members. So they called me this morning. So when I met her on the camera, she put her hand up and bowed to me. And she expressed her happiness. I said that I'm happy that I can see you today. And as a monk, as a nun, as a practitioner, you know that this physical body can be sick anytime. And anything can happen on this physical body. But our mind, be strong and aware of this. We are the practitioner as a monastic. We should know this more than whoever. Because this is what we remind daily. Your body can be sick. Your mind can be strong. Because the mind is something is formless. It's not composed as a foam. Then that will not suffer by impermanence. So anything happen, first thing we do is we realize it. And right in that, we find out the solution. So in that moment, we know what is called Dharma. So remember, Dharma is not only the teachings of the Buddha. Any way that you can find the way out, that's the Dharma. So Dharma means the way. Dharma means the way, the path. So if accidentally you turn to the wrong way, you realize it, you find a way out. So you found a way out, that is your Dharma. Any problems that happen in life, we found a way. We found a path. We found a solution. That's called the Dharma. So the Dharma means the truth. Dharma means the path. Dharma means the way. Besides, it means the teachings of the Buddha. But sometimes there's something happen without under the name of the teachings of the Buddha, but you found a way out. Few days ago, there was a young man who just graduated from his university, and he feels kind of lost. He doesn't know what to do. And he said, what is the purpose of life? And he didn't see any purpose of life. And he said he feels that he is very useless in this society. And he feels that his presence in this life is no worth. And I told him that if you look at the flower vase arrangement, you can see some of the leaf very tiny. It's not the main thing of the arrangement. But without these tiny things, the arrangement doesn't look nice. I always mention this to the community about the young friends. Sometimes we say, oh, he's too young, he cannot do anything. But actually they can do something. They can help us to open the door. They can help us to pick up something, So no one is useless. Brother Andy, Thầy Chân Tạng, sometimes bring his young brothers to do some cake, to do some bakery. After they done the bakery, they're so happy. Hey, we made it. And they will, they always save the best one for Thầy. Sometimes the bakery, some of them burn, some of them in a good look, and they try to save the best one. Every time I look at this one and I know that this is the best one, but behind this best one there are more. Doesn't look this good. But what is the successfulness they can go through? From the burned one to the best one. So they know what to choose. The best one to offer. That means in their life, they still have understanding what to choose. And they know this is the burned one, but still an experience. And I told him that yesterday I also said this. Sometimes we have 99 cents. It could not call $1. You need to find another penny. Daily, a penny is nothing. You will throw your penny around. But sometimes you really need a penny. When you deposit this to the bank, the teller will not say, oh, that's okay, I will add another cent for you. Usually, they make exactly amount how we deposit. Unless we have another penny to add in. So a penny itself is nothing, but really something for 99 cents to be called $1. So try not to underestimate ourselves, every one of us. we can do something. And in my temple here, I can see that with all the young friends, all the young monks. They have done a lot of good things. So every one of us, sometimes we are struggling. We didn't see how valuable we are. But actually we can do a lot of things for this life. When you come to the meal, especially when we go to the restaurant, before we call the main course, we'll call some appetize. That will appetize us before we come to the main meal. After we finish the main meal, we used to have desserts. After we finish the dessert, we pay for the big bill. So after a big meal, there is a big bill. When you finish that bill, you walk out. You grab a very tiny thing on that counter. It's just one piece of candy. Sometimes you pay for the big bill, but your last thing you get back is a piece of candy. Do you know what do I meditate about that? This is good enough. We come to this life, we may offer a lot. It's okay. That is pleasure. That is our fortunate. And what we need to receive is something very tiny, sweet. We will not begin life with sweet stuff, okay? Something very salty, something very chilly, something very sour. But the last thing we will have, always, is something sweet. This is a subject for meditation. Do not expect you step into this life with something sweet. We all, I like this, it's crispy, it's sour, it's chilly, it's bitter. We appetize life with something like that. And we call main course still salty or some spicy. But for the last thing we get, something sweet. And I used to, when I come to the meal like this and I grab a candy out, I have a subject to meditate. Do whatever you can. And what you need for life is one piece of candy. It's sweet enough to finish your meal, finish your day. Some Chinese tradition, some family, they will have some sweet stuff to eat before they go to bed. Some pudding, some dessert before they go to bed. They like to eat some sweet stuff. And that is something for us to meditate too. We may know that may not know. Are we sure we can come back tomorrow morning? So that's why, let's finish this night, finish this day with something sweet. And what happened tomorrow is okay, because tomorrow is not yet come. We don't know. We cannot rushing there yet. Just enjoy today. So bring your life, bring yourself to this life. And what you need is only a piece of candy. In Asian tradition, sometimes you attend a funeral. You come to visit, you come to do some donation for the funeral. And in Asian tradition, they used to have an envelope. In that envelope, they will put one candy. And they give it back every time when you finish visiting their funeral. Why they give us a candy? Because we come there to share the sorrow, the bitter. They will give they will give back to us something sweet. We say, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. So sad to hear this news. We come to share the bitter. But what they return to us is something sweet. That is the meaning why you have a candy in funeral, why you attend a funeral. You cannot refuse. Sometimes they put $1 in there. You give them donation, they give you back a tip, a lucky money. You can, oh no, I don't need, just take it, because that is their treat. You come there to treat them in such way. They have something to treat you back with a piece of candy, with $1. And sometimes they have a red string. String means connection. Keep in touch, keep connection. And red means lucky in Asian tradition. I struggle to have compassion for people who speak hate. I know that I should have compassion, but it feels like it is all used up. You only use, but we do not know how to cultivate more. That's why we feel it's almost end, almost out of stock of compassionate. But actually, when you meditate deeper, you can see that the one who always live with negatives, they are the one who very suffer, because in them they have no positive feelings, no positive energies, and of course no positive words. That's why everything they bring out is only the negative energies. They are the one who very suffer. So you can look at them and you can see that they need a lot of treatments. They need a lot of medications. And first thing is a doctor. You know that when you come, no matter what disease we have, we come to the hospital and the doctor will see us. Maybe in a normal day we will refuse, but as a doctor, you cannot refuse to see patients. You put your glove on, you put your mask on, and then you're willing to meet your patients and you do your checkup. Even that disease can spread out, but still doctor will meet you, still can see you. So as a doctor, the doctor of loving kindness, the doctor of compassionate, try to embrace them. And every morning when you wake up, the meditation you can meditate is your loving kindness. And first, for yourself. May I have a good day. May I have a happy day. May I have, or after you finish for yourself, you do for your loved one. May my loved one also have a good day too. And then you come to your co-worker, who close to you, a little bit farther. And lastly, may all of the one who suffer me, they also be happy. Why? Because once they're happy, they have no more negative in them, so they will less suffer you. So instead of hate them, why don't we try to make them become better? So once they become better, they will treat us better. So they only can help us when they're in a well condition. If they are not well, they cannot help us. Just like at home. If your husband is not feeling well, he cannot help you. If the wife is not feeling well, she cannot cook for us. So instead of blaming her, why don't we bring her to doctor? Why don't we do something to help her to recover? After a few days of sickness, she can come back and help us more. Can you see that? So don't leave them like that. Try to do something to recover them, to help them to recover their sickness. Because the person can help us once they in a healthy condition. I cannot come out here and talk if I'm sick, if I lost my voice. So if last night I feel that I will lose my voice, I will have some drink. At least this morning I can speak, even not too clearly, but at least I still can speak up. So if we know that someone around us, they're not well, then our job is try to make them recover. They only can help us when they're in a good condition. But if we give them more energy of negative, they will be down more. Just like your boy, your children, if they're lazy to study, every day you just yell at them. You just bring your negative for yourself, make this house become very noisy, make your kids become more unattracted, but nothing safe, nothing solved. Don't waste time for that kind of things. Okay, honey, you are not good at math. I will register for you another class. What is that called? Ở đó tụi con đi học á. Kumon. You know, when I have my young boys, my young monks here, all of them, most of them go to Kumon every Saturday. Some of them go to math, some of them go to English. As long as they tell me, oh, they are not good at that, I will bring them to Kumon. Instead of yelling, instead of not do nothing, and yelling and screaming and blaming, just bring more negatives for yourself, for your family, and for that person. So 3 people have no points. We know it's a problem. Try to find a way to solve the problem, not just to yell at the problem. So, for example, when you see this dark room, our job is to find the switch to turn the lights on, not just to sit there and blame the dark. We blaming the dark, it doesn't help. Try to do something to make this room more light. Pull up the windows. So this room are full of pollution, and not just sit there and yelling and enjoy the pollution. Try to make this room become fresh again, and this is the practice. So mindfulness helps us to see the dark. Don't stop there. Oh, this is a dark room. Oh my God. You just yelling and screaming and frightened. Nothing helps. Move on. Bring your mindfulness up a little bit more. What can I do to make this room more light? When you realize somebody in our loved one, they have problems, sometimes you don't need to say anything. Just silently, secretly do things for them. And I have done this a lot. I have done this a lot in the community, in the temple. You know, sometimes there is somebody turn to do some cooking. And I know this group, they're not very well organized. So I don't want, you know, other people judging about their job. I secretly walk behind them and clean up all the stuff they make a mess. And people say, oh, why you do? Oh, upstairs too, I have nothing to do. Or sometimes I say, oh, I need to relax myself a little bit. I want to come here to enjoy with the community, but actually I'm helping them. I don't want more problems, you know. People doing something, we know what problem. We try to do it. We don't need to declare, but we know what we are doing. So mindfulness helps us to see and to recover. And as a mother, as a father, we do this all the time with our children. And even in your own happiness, you want to build a relationship. Sometimes you know your loved one, they are not good at that. You try to help them silently. Sometimes they so ego, they cannot accept our help directly. But if we are skillful enough, we can help them in the way we can. When you do meditation, some people misunderstanding that meditation means don't think of anything, and that is not correct. Meditation means we do not think too many things at once. We still thinking because we still human. We are not a robot, just acting without feelings. But in the past, we wander our mind. So now it is time for us to pay attention, one thing at a time. So by the time you are sitting meditation, what do? Focus to your breath. Follow your breath. Turn your breath become the place where you take refuge. And later on, now we move to another way to refresh our body and mind. Breathing in, I am a flower. Breathing out, I'm fresh. So you will say, oh, you are meditation, why are you thinking? We are thinking, but positive thinking. In the past, you were still thinking, but negative thinking. Or sometimes we wander the mind in many places that is no needed. And after a session of meditation, nothing happened to body and mind. So now try to water them. Try to water and refresh the mind and the body. Breathing in, I am a flower. You can see the flower. When you say that, you imagine you can see the flower. Breathing out, I'm fresh. Breathing in, I am a cloud. Breathing out, I'm very free, very freedom. Breathing in, I am the mountain. Breathing out, I'm very solid. Breathing in, I am the water. Breathing out, I am very reflecting. So you bring yourself to something that's able to help you to refresh and boost up your negative energy. And then maybe at first our energy is not that positive. But after 30 minutes, you boost up your body. So one of the beneficial for meditation based on physical body is we gain back the energy for the body. Mentally, we gain back the positive thinking in our mind. So once we do meditation, we benefit for both physically and mentally. When you do total relaxation, you're very tired. You lie down and, enjoy your breath. Maybe you take a nap. But that's very powerful. Power nap. After 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you gain back the energy. So even your emotionals, because of mindfulness, you realize you have, emotional. After you recognize it, and you know what kind of another emotion to help this negative emotion. This hand is hurts, but this hand is more hurts than this hand able to help. We are not well, but we're still okay. We can help for someone who is more sick than us. So when you have emotional, everything can be emotional. Your feelings, positive or not positive. But please remember that when you realize that, you already have mindfulness. But remember, don't stop there. Move on a little bit, and you know that you're able to embrace. Sometimes we have a sad day, a bad day. If you just sit there and blaming your bad day and suffer your bad day, why don't you do something else to help this bad day? Oh, I'm lazy. You can do two things. Whether you go to rest, after you gain back energy, you're not lazy anymore. You're lazy sometimes just because you are tired, your body. So you need some rest. So that resting is not lazy, but you're healing your lazy feelings. You're lazy, your body doesn't want to do something just because it's so tired. And that brings up the mind of laziness. So sometimes maybe remember, lazy is not only a physical body, it's based on your body, your mind too. So that's why the Buddha said, once the mind is not well, it's also bring the body too. I hate that person, I don't want to go there. Even I'm very healthy, I still can drive, I still can go there. Just because I hate that person. So hate is your mind. Your body is okay, but your body will listen to your negative mind. Don't go there. So sometimes you feel, oh, I'm so lazy, just because your body needs rest. Take a rest. After your body gain back energy, you boost up your mind. Oh, let's go and do that. I'm much better now. So sometimes we need to listen, whether the body or whether the mind. Today we have a mindfulness day, and you have a lot of questions for me. And because we have lack of time, we do not have enough time to cover all the questions, but I will keep this for my next Dharma talk. Okay? So this morning, I just share some of the questions. And all together, I just want to remind, we are practicing mindfulness. So mindfulness to help us to recognize everything that happened in life, in body and mind. No matter it's positive or negative. First thing, we need to recognize all of that. And then, if it's negative, don't just stop there. We need to find the way to help. Just like you turn on the wrong way. In the past, you just right. You're so happy. Lately, you find it's wrong. Now, you think of find a way out. If it's positive, we also not stop there and to attach to that. We know that this is on the right track. Continue to move on. So both way, not allow us to attach. If you attach to your negative, okay, you will be more negative. But if you attach to your positive, you cannot learn more, and maybe the attachment will pull you back. So this is something we need to meditate on. So that's why in the sutra called the person who know a better way to live alone. Do not attach to the past. Do not pursue for the future, and do not attach the present. Because every present moment become the past. So what can you hold? Nothing you can hold. And because there's nothing you can hold, you just be there for each moment you have. I cannot hold this day. But right now the weather is so nice, I will enjoy. I cannot expect tomorrow have to be like this. No, I can't. I don't have that power. So because I don't know and I don't have the power for tomorrow, then I will enjoy what is right now and right here, but nothing that I will try to hold it out of our control, our power. Thank you for your listening and your questions. May you all be well and happy, especially enjoy today. We only have today. Enjoy today.